In this demonstration, we're going to show you how a company that manages item data in an ERP solution such as Dynamics GP 2013 leverages the N-channel platform for the purposes of importing sales data from their retail environments. And in this demonstration, they will also be using a Microsoft product called RMS. The first thing we're going to do is go to the RMS environment and review the Z report. And of course, the Z report is just a compilation of the sales data for a particular period of time. And in this instance, this particular retailer rang $7,362 in sales. Because the ERP solution is the item master, what we need to do is create a transaction in the ERP environment that captures item by item sales data. So what we'll do is next is navigate to the N-channel platform, where we can go ahead and take a look at the batch. Keep in mind this batch data is just a sample data, so one of the things we're going to be looking at here is just to get an idea of the items that were sold. And as you can see, this particular batch, number 12, had items that were sold. Now the neat thing we can do is actually take items that are the same SKU but were sold at different amounts, and we can actually include those on different line items within the invoice that we're going to go ahead and insert into GP. So let's go ahead and post that batch. And by posting the batch, all we're doing here is exporting the batch over to Dynamics GP 2013. So one of the neat things about the N-channel platform is that we can go and see the alerts. And as you can see here, we have an alert that says we're putting an invoice in the GP. So from an N-channel perspective, puts and gets are terms we use to describe which way data flows as it relates to N-channel. Once this invoice is complete, we will get an alert saying that it was successful. So there's batch number 12, shows it's successful. So let's go ahead and navigate over to GP next, and we can take a look at that transaction. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sales batch, and we'll have to navigate our way to it. As you can see, this LH-12, that is the actual batch ID, saying it's coming from a store ID of LH, and the batch ID is 12. We're going to select that, then go to the transactions, and in this case, we're using a transaction type of invoice. And the document number is going to be the actual batch number, and you can see that we, for the purposes of this demonstration, have a protocol that names the invoice NC for N-channel, 12 is a batch number, and Z lets you know that it's a Z report. And those are different protocols that we can change and configure based on the customer preference. So let's just go ahead and select that. So quickly here we can review the invoice, and again it has all of the different items that were sold within the RMS environment, and you can see again for the items that were sold at different price points, we also bring in that data. So for instance, this 128 SD RAM, where we had 5 of them that sold for $60 versus another 30 of those items that sold for the regular price of $80. We can also drill in and see what payments were made against this particular invoice, and in this case we had check and payments. As you can see here, the different payment types that were made in the point of sale system were cash and check. And in the event that we would have set up some credit card types in the point of sale system, you'd see those here as well. So that's how easy it is to go ahead and import sales data from a point of sale system such as Microsoft's RMS to an ERP solution such as GP 2013.